She really called the cops over some buoys in the water. I wish I was joking. One minute I'm unpacking boxes in my grandfather's old lake house. The next, there's a homeowners association president pounding on my door like I've stolen her car. And then boom, sirens. I'm standing there in my pajamas, dumbfounded, wondering if this is how my new life in the peaceful lakeside community is supposed to start. You know what I mean? That gut feeling that you just moved on to the set of a reality show, except no one told you. People started walking past my house real slow, like they're casing the joint. Flyers with my face popped up everywhere at the gas station, on light poles, you name it. Suddenly, I'm the one being accused of trespassing on my own dock. Something about this whole thing just didn't add up. And if you've ever had a neighbor who made your life feel like a lawsuit waiting to happen, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I moved back to this place 3 months ago, hoping for a little peace. After years bouncing between city rentals, it felt like coming home. Quiet mornings, water like glass pine trees standing guard. The place had sat empty since Grandpa passed. I figured it was time to put my water safety skills to use and maybe teach some kids to kayak like my dad did with me when I was a kid. There's just something about being out there paddling at dawn when the world feels new and nobody's got an agenda. The first real sign of trouble came on a Tuesday. I'm elbow deep in boxes of life jackets when I hear footsteps crunching gravel. Here comes Paula Whitman, clutching a clipboard like it's a weapon, wearing a smile that could curdle milk. "Welcome to our little community," she says, but her voice is about as warm as a tax collector. She wants me to sign a contract and pay $150 a month plus $200 just to join for lake and area maintenance. I mean, really, I told her thanks, but I haven't noticed any maintenance that needs that kind of money. That's when Paula's face shifts from friendly to furious, like I'd insulted her mother. She tells me nobody lives by the lake without joining the HOA. This is a community resource. Everyone pays. She's making me sound like a shoplifter then. Right there, she whips out her phone and calls 911. I'm not kidding. She's standing on my porch reporting me for trespassing on community lake property. You ever seen someone call the cops over a conversation about dues that's next level petty? 20 minutes later, Officer Bennett shows up. He's got that tired look like he's seen every flavor of neighborhood drama. Paula jumps in, painting me as some villain stealing community resources. I try to explain, but honestly, it felt like arguing with the weather. Officer Bennett listens, sighs, and tells us to take it to court, not to 911. Paula doesn't like that. She declares the dock closed for 48 hours until I comply, acting like she's got a badge and a gavel. After they leave, I head down to my dock. My dock, mind you, where I'd put some orange safety buoys to mark the boundaries I thought were mine. I started doubting everything. Had Grandpa missed something in the paperwork? Was there some clause buried in legalese that let Paula play Queen of the Lake? That night I'm digging through boxes of Grandpa's papers, hands black with dust, hunting for anything that explains how this HOA suddenly owned half my backyard. Most of it was receipts and old tax returns, but tucked deep in a folder, I find a county survey that talks about lake surface rights. It's dense legal mumbo-jumbo, but it's something. The next morning, Paula's back, this time with backup. 2 neighbors, a stack of official papers. She's got her whole trial set up on my porch. She keeps shuffling the documents so I can see the shiny seals, but never lets me actually read them. Certified HOA bylaws, she insists, pointing at signatures. Her supporters nod along, though one keeps sneaking glances at the lake, looking lost. That afternoon, Officer Bennett's back, thanks to another 911 call. I mentioned the property taxes I pay, including special lake assessments. That gets his attention. Paula's mask slips for a second, then she doubles down. Taxes don't trump HOA rights, apparently. Bennett shakes his head, says there's no crime here, tells Paula to take it to civil court, and leaves. She's furious, threatening to post official notices everywhere. That's when things turn from annoying to menacing. I wake up to flyers plastered all over the neighborhood. Urgent notice, unauthorized lake usage. There's a grainy photo of me like I'm some kind of outlaw. Emails start showing up, official sounding, full of citations about property encroachment. Paula even organizes a documentation event on my dock, neighbors holding up signs, Paula snapping pictures. Half the people look like they're just there for the drama, but a few shift uncomfortably, clearly wondering if they signed up for the right side. Friday night, my phone rings. It's a county clerk. Tired voice asking if my taxes are up to date. Turns out they've had complaints. I tell him everything's paid. He sounds relieved. Yeah, this happens. He says neighbors don't get property lines. Saturday, I find bright orange survey flags staked all over my yard, not matching any real boundary. Harassment, pure and simple. I collect them, photograph everything. Checking my mail feels like running a gauntlet. Neighbors drive by, slow wave with forced smiles, some just stare. I start to feel like a pariah. Then out of nowhere, Sophie Clark shows up. Middle-aged, kind eyes, hands me a water bottle and quietly says, I don't like what Paul is doing. Something feels off about the HOA finances. She slips me her number, tells me to text if I need help. It's the first real sign I'm not crazy, or at least not alone. Sunday night, I'm in full evidence gathering mode, saving flyers, documenting emails, getting my ducks in a row. I realize this is more than just about me or buoys. Paula is too good at manipulating the crowd. Monday, she pulls out all the stops, sets up a live stream right in front of my house with the whole board there talking about serious violations and how she personally approves all lake spending. She quickly corrects herself, but it's too late. The slip says it all. I record my own video calmly showing my property lines and paperwork. The response is immediate. People start questioning Paula, asking why I'd pay property taxes if I didn't own the land. The tide is shifting. Then Sophie texts, check your email. She's got photos of Paula's calendar lake inspections, emergency meetings, expense approvals, all on days nothing happened or nobody was notified. The evidence is piling up. Paula goes door to door trying to get ahead of the story. She even threatens to bring a lawyer to the upcoming water festival, which she's turned into a legal showdown, demanding I bring all my documents. The festival arrives. Sophie and I show up early with folders full of evidence. The community gathers, kids playing parents, setting out picnic baskets, most of them clueless about what's about to go down. Paula turns the pavilion into a courtroom, spreads out binders, grabs the mic. She's ready for war. We take turns presenting county maps, expense reports, Sophie's findings. People murmur, eyebrows raise. Paula looks rattled. But then I make a mistake. I accidentally show calendar photos that include some of her family's private info. Paula pounces, calls it an invasion of privacy. Suddenly, I'm the villain. The mood flips, support drains away. Paula unveils expense reports, polished and signed, showing every penny accounted for. Even Sophie hesitates. 10 seconds of silence, then applause for Paula. Just like that, I go from whistleblower to pariah. I'm gutted. Sophie calls later, says if you quit, she'll do this to the next guy. She's right. So I dig deep and start planning if Paula wants drama, I'll give her some. Monday, I leave a fake survey doc on my porch, tiny dot hidden in the corner. Next thing I know, Paula's accusing me of forgery. Her knowing about the dot proves she snooped where she shouldn't. She ramps up the legal threats, delivers a phony gag order letter. I refuse to sign. Thursday night, I'm up late, prepping maps, drone footage, practicing for the big showdown. Saturday comes. The community center is packed. Paula's got her lawyer full of confidence. The lawyer goes first, lays out the law, making Paula's case sound bulletproof. Then it's my turn. I fire up the projector, county maps overlay right onto the lake drone shots, show my buoys marking real boundaries. Silence falls. People finally see I own this stretch of water. Then Sophie stands up. She's tracked the money. $25,000 collected, no work done, no contractors paid. The HOA lawyer sees where this is going, packs up and leaves. Paula is cornered. The crowd turns, neighbors shout, demand their money back. Paula flounders, then finally under the watch of the county attorney, she signs everything away, pays restitution, gets banned from HOA leadership for 5 years, faces a tax investigation. She has to rip out her signs, record a public apology, return the stolen funds. Watching her take down her own authorized personnel-only signs, that's justice. The best part. The neighbors set up a voluntary fund. Real transparency, open books, everyone included. No more exclusion, no more forced fees. The new sign on the dock just says, Neighbors Lake open to all. No fees. Respect the water. Families splash and laugh. Nobody worried about fake rules. And me, I went from villain to neighbor, the guy who saved the lake. Sometimes you've got to be stubborn, ask questions, and stand your ground. If you've ever had to push back against fake authority, I want to hear your story. Drop it in the comments. And if this wild ride made you cheer even once, hit that thanks button. Stay skeptical, stay kind. And if someone tells you what you can do on your own dock, check the deed and bring receipts.